of '83, and the fans here who had sold this place out by their ticket purchases over a month ago are looking for what has become a great tradition. The 3-3 tie, I think, on New Year's Eve 1975. Red Army and the Soviets. Lou Nanny was the best hockey game I ever saw.
Number 20, Vladislav Tretiak. Le numéro 2, number 2, Vyacheslav Fetisov. Le numéro 7, number 7, Alexei Kazadonov. Les joueurs devant de forwards, le numéro 9, number 9, Vladimir Krutov. Le numéro 11, number 11, Igor Larionov. Le numéro 28, number 28, Viktor Tsiumenev. And the rest of the Soviet team et les autres joueurs de l'équipe soviétique. Et maintenant, pour les Canadiens de Montréal. And now, for our Montreal Canadiens. Dans les filets, in the nets, le numéro 33, number 33, Richard Sévigny. À la défense, on defense, le numéro 5, number 5, Rick Green. Le numéro 19, number 19, Larry Robinson. À l'avant de forwards, le numéro 11, number 11, Ryan Walter. Le numéro 25, number 25, Doug Wickenheiser. Et le numéro 10, number 10, Guy Lafleur. Et les autres membres du Canadien de Montréal and the other members of our team, the Montreal Canadiens.
Can be felt throughout. You could just see it during the national anthems. But don't use your head like you would earlier or after you get settled, after you make contact. You make an error like that, and Marois just missed his check, and it, as you know, is out with a broken leg. You've got to guard against that, your emotionalism when it first starts, when the beginning of the game comes.
Wally Harris is the referee. Gerard Gauthier and Wayne Bonney are the linesmen tonight. And it was right here in the Montreal Forum where the Soviets and the professionals first met. The opening game of the great series of 1972 played right here. And in the net that night was the
day that if he'd like to play in the NHL after the Olympics, and he wants to play with Montreal.
The man in there right now is Richard Sévigny for the Montreal Canadiens. Their starting goalie. Doug Wickenheiser skates to center ice to face off against Igor Larionov. And game 3 is underway with Larry Robinson beating Ryan Walter, and now back to Rick Green. Robinson, Wickenheiser as he hits the Soviet blue line. Lafleur, the other forward out there for Montreal, but in possession is Fetisov, losing it. The pass for Lafleur was not in his range. A great potential scoring chance there, but the Soviets move swiftly out. Larionov with Timonev inside the blue line. Back for Timonev. Good back-checking by Walter of Montreal. Gives Green possession. Now Robinson in behind the Canadian net. But the Russians always tough in the first goal of this, the third game of the series. Now the Canadians change. Walter coming off. Bob Gainey coming on. Timanev for the Soviets. Kapustin. Bedesov, the Russian defenseman, swings around behind the goal. Dumps it across, and a shot by Shepelev handled by the goaltender 70. The second shot going wide. Shepelev trying to feed Shalinov as they bump in the corner. Kapustin against Robinson. Shalinov, Shepelev, and it's wide. The slap shot. Back to center ice. Kavyanov being watched by Chris Nyland. Right side for Sfortsov. His shot was blocked. Sevigny shooting it around the boards. Out come the Canadians with Nyland. Going in behind the net. Batman for it there. Nyland coming up with it right in front. Here's the shot by Walter going wide. Robinson as Babanov failed to clear. Ozakov to the blue line. Works it ahead for Zlutkov. Vasilyev and finally outside. Over 4 minutes into the action here. The NHL Soviet Series 83 will continue in a moment. Viktor Tikhonov, the coach of the Soviets, at a scoreless tie, 4 minutes and 9 seconds in. Doug Wickenheiser with Guy Lafleur and Ryan Walter out there for the face-off at the Montreal blue line, won by Baikov of the Soviets. For Starikov, and he drives it down to the Montreal zone and left it there for Picard. And out to center ice it comes. Vasilyev for the Soviet Union ahead to Baikov. Baikov feeding Gerasimov. He could not get there as the goalie 78 beat him to it. Still inside the zone. A quick shot. Vasilyev had it deflected off him. Mikhail Vasilyev checked by Larry Robinson. Robinson now shooting in ahead for Wickenheiser with Walter 2-on-1. He shoots. Rebound. Two great saves by Tretiak. The best test of Tretiak so far in this game. Tretiak got a standing ovation. He said he would love to play for the Montreal Canadiens after the '84 Olympics if the Soviets will let him. Starikov backhands it, blocked at the blue line. Walter fails to clear. Here's Timonev's weak shot, rolling through a maze of players for Larry Robinson. Now passed up on the boards for Walter. To Acton. Acton is taken down. No penalty call across the blue line. Play going right on. Bedesov with it for the Soviets, widening in his slap shot he fanned on. Larionov in behind the goal. For Timonev, he's bodied hard in there by Ludwig. They bump along the boards for possession in the Montreal zone. Gainey falling as he came to help out. Pass back to Larionov too far. Bedesov. Good rushing Soviet defenseman. Fed it too far ahead. Ludwig with it for Montreal. Now Delorme. Rolling it ahead for Acton. Back to Ludwig. Left there for Larionov. He breaks quickly inside the zone. Passing for Kutov. Over to Timonev. The backhand drive. Loose puck. Finally cleared out the center ice by Montreal with almost 8 minutes gone in the scoreless first period here in the Forum. Timonev, the drop pass for Kutov. Then to Fedosov. Beat to the puck. Cleared back to center by Montreal. They just skate and skate and skate. The whistles few and far between. Kutov could not get over the blue line. Now it is Naslund for Montreal with Tremblay inside the line. Naslund getting set. And all turned around. Couldn't get a shot away as the Soviet player slides into his own goal behind Tretiak. Canadians have it at center ice. Steve Shutt, the left winger, drives it down to the right corner. Hudson Tree in there. Shepelev, for Pervukin, and Shalinov. And the Soviets bring it out. Left wing pass for Kapustin. His shot. Sevigny can't find it, but he's got it somewhere. And they finally whistle it down. 8 minutes gone. And the NHL Soviets.
Watch his body check right after the Russian pass. Gainey coming in hard and taking Babanov out with a real hard check. Bob Gainey always finishing his checks That's why he's one of the most effective body checkers in the league.
And he is the most respected player among the Soviets. Quick shot, Sevenya had to be alert on that. Gady bumping along the boards for possession. Canadians having some difficulty in clearing. It is held in by Bykov. Sevenya again with a quick save. And he shoots it himself. Pass bounces to Fedosov at his blue line. Up there by Mario Tremblay. Gave the puck to Neslin. A long shot just goes wide. Pass by Shutt right in front. Delayed penalty here will be called against the Soviets. Fedosov picks it up, and the Soviets have the first penalty of the game. The NHL Soviet Series 83 will continue in a moment.
You'll see Alexei Kazatonov in front, grab a hold of Mario Tremblay right there as the pass comes across. He's gone off for holding. He's one of the more physical Soviet defensemen. He uses his body quite a bit, but he probably has been called for more holdings than any Soviet defenseman we've seen of late. Big, strong felt's too far over the line again. Then they can get called for delay of game. That's why they give you one warning. Linesman Wayne Bonney talking to him right now. As you look at referee Wally Harris, senior referee in the National League, looking at the clock.
9:04 remaining in the first period. No score. What action we've seen. Acton did not get the face-off. Shot down the ice by the Soviet Shalibov. Montreal with Green warming up the Canadiens' power play. Walter cruising at the blue line. They shoot it inside. Guy Lafleur into the corner. Acton, left point. Lafleur. Acton. Back for Guy Lafleur. In front to Shutt. Quick shot. A great save by Kretchev. The best save of the night. A blast from point-blank range. Steve Shutt. A minute left in the Soviet penalty. Shoots from the angle. Here's Green. That's blocked by Acton off to a corner. Shutt lost control. Falling on the play as Shepelev brings it out slowly with Shalibov. And the Soviets will change, as do the Canadians. 41 seconds in the Montreal power play remaining. Here's Lafleur. They got too close. They bumped in there across the blue line. Guy Lafleur with it again. Beating Tremblay. Tremblay bodied off the puck. Down for Larry Robinson. Wickenheiser stops it in behind. Lafleur can't get a shot away, and the Soviets clear.
There's a Bobby Orr, one of the all-time great defensemen, looking on and pass the puck. But if it's Guy Lafleur, you don't worry about it. You see that backhand pass he made at center ice, right on the money.
Carbonneau will take the face-off in the Soviet zone for the Montreal Canadiens. Digs it back to Rezhan Houl. His backhand drive is gloved by Tretiak. While people in the Soviet Union on New Year's Day will watch this game, and what a treat they have in store for them, we'll be watching the UCLA Bruins and Michigan Wolverines in the Rose Bowl game on CTV tomorrow. Great save by Tretiak.
Tretiak with a good glove, but that's where they're going to have to beat him up high. He's very good down low with those legs covering both corners, and they're going to have to try and get him up in the corners on him.
Carbonneau losing to Bykov. Vyacheslav Bykov with it. Will go back and try once again from behind his own goal. Now it is Starikov on the right side. And the shot drifted wide. Here's Robinson. And it's relayed back inside the Olympic Games of Sarajevo, a little over a year away. Very important series to decide the personnel right here. Acton is bumped over on the center ice boards, but the Canadians play it down inside the Soviet zone. Gainey in hot pursuit. Kazatonov with it. Getting ahead for Timonev. Timonev slides inside the line, drops the pass, and a great extended glove save by Sevenya. He indeed has been tested by the Soviets tonight.
This time.
Carbonneau against Lutkov. Lutkov won the draw, got a quick shot away. Sevenya shoots it off to the side, and finally it is relayed down the ice off a Soviet stick. Icing has been waived. Yuri Vozakov to Sportsov. Kozakov being harassed by Shutt. Neslin could not make a play at center ice. Soviets breaking up a lot of the Montreal advances in the center ice area. Now Babinov rolls it into the Montreal zone. 70 out to leave it for Robinson. Robinson against Varnikov. Plays it this way, the left side. And again off the Soviet stick, and he's shot down to the USSR zone. Babinov trying to clear to Schwartzov, can't do so. Here's Picard's shot deflected, great save. A redirected shot and a super save by Tretiak.
That's the toughest save of the night right there.
Varnikov lost it. Fed ahead for Nastin with Shutt inside the line. Shutt goes down. Here's the pass for Tremblay. Blinding is Robinson. Oh, again, Tretiak knocks it high into the crowd.
Tretiak moving out to challenge Robinson was somewhat off balance, and he made the save with his goal stick. Tretiak came up with two outstanding saves. Picard first on a shot from the point. Now Larry Robinson's shot from the top of the circle. Picard's was another extremely difficult one. He took the shot, Tremblay cutting in front, deflected it, and went right to Tretiak. That one had to be a fine save by Tretiak, moving out and to his left, reaching up with his goal stick and knocking it over the glass.
Two of Montreal's best opportunities this game, and great work by Tretiak to deny them. Carbonneau over on the far corner for Rezhan Houl. He has difficulty against Zubkov, and the Soviets dig it out of there. A Soviet player was...
And he got hit with one and went down. I think he was just trying to draw a penalty because the Russian defenseman was coming over at him in such an angle that it's going to block the referee's view, and he's just taking a little rest probably. I don't think he's hurt that much. But the Russians doing a fine job of containing Montreal along the boards there. Montreal just dumping the puck back and forth along the boards. Really couldn't get it free for any play. Here's a play along the boards now. You'll see this. Watch the right.
Huh.
Actually, it was Rezhan Houl. Surprise. I thought it was Nyland if he hit him that good of one. Nyland's a big tough kid. There's a right by Houl.
Lasted about as long as the recent Gilks-Weaver fight in Las Vegas.
Right there, probably hit harder than he normally would get by anybody.
Wait till they hit the Stampede Corral in Calgary Sunday night. Talk about the boards coming up to meet you.
Some of the small forwards might not be able to jump over them.
Right. Robinson to Delorme. Delorme to Acton, rink wide into the corner. Acton picks it up in behind. There's no icing on the play. Battling for it against Kazatana. Now Larionov comes in to help. He is being hounded by Napier. And the Soviets come away to center ice. Kruktov's shot is high, gloved by Sevigny. Robinson for Gainey. Gainey across the line just at the siren to end the first period. As good a first period of international hockey as you're liable to see between the Soviets and the Montreal Canadiens tonight here in the Forum, representing the pros of the National Hockey League. Some great scoring chances both ways. The play of Sevigny early on, and then of Tretiak in the closing 7 or 8 minutes. Simply outstanding. A goaltender's showcase here for these two in this contest this evening. So there's no score after one. The NHL...
Город как город, и люди как люди вокруг. Но вечер приходит, и все изменяется вдруг. На лица актеров кладет он таинственный грим. И Гамлет страдает, и снова поет Лоенгрин. Ах, этот вечер, лукавый маг, одетый вечно в лиловый фрак. Погаснут свечи, уйдет любовь, но в этот вечер вернется вновь. Нельзя в этом мире пройти, не оставив следа. И вечер волшебник запомнит нас всех навсегда. И новые далекой неведомой мгле. Когда нас не будет, нас будут играть на земле. А это вечер, лукавый маг, одетый вечно в лиловый фрак. Погаснут свечи, уйдет любовь, но в этот вечер вернется вновь.
Гаснут свечи, уйдет любовь,
Но в этот вечер вернется вновь. Погаснут свечи, уйдет любовь, но в этот вечер вернется вновь.
They started taking foolish runs at players. I believe they only had a total of 5 shots on net, and that's what happens when you lose control. The Soviets like to goad you. They want to get your mind off what you're trying to do, and that's the easiest way to win a game. Quebec fell into it. I don't think Montreal would.
The Canadians outshot the Soviets 10-8 in that bristling first period, and now play underway in the second. Lafleur in the center ice area, looking for the puck. It is behind him, so Wickenheiser takes over. Root jams it along the boards. Larionov cuts in front of his own goal. Timonev has it roll off his stick. To Satanov, over to Larionov again. Kazatanov works it ahead to Larionov. Swings inside the Canadian blue line and was taken off the puck by Root as Green picks it up for Montreal. To Walter, he tips it down the ice. Long shot, sharp angle, handled by Sevigny. Left it there, a Soviet player came right in front. They still have the puck inside the Montreal zone. Now Timonev knocked off by Gainey. And the play is whistled down as the Soviet player was taken down in center ice.
We're going to see Bob Gainey come across here and trip Timmy and Evan. This all started because Richard Sevigny in the net didn't know that Larry stopped on there.
Krutov lost the draw to Walter, who promptly shoots it down the ice, take the pressure off again with exactly a minute left in Gainey's penalty now. Lafleur almost got a chance as the puck hit the back of the Soviet player's skate. Now Krutov skates inside the Montreal line, feeding Timonev. He shoots, angle cut down by a sliding Sevigny. And past Kazatanov, it goes back to the Soviet zone. Now Lafleur takes a breather, relieved by Guy Carbonneau. Canadians effectively killing off this power play, which has 30 seconds left in it. Larionov over to Krutov, over on the far side. Dumping it back out there. Here's Kazatanov, fakes the slap shot. Now gets set, drills it through a maze. Puck is still loose, but up with it come the Montreal Canadiens, and it is shot down the ice by Keith Acton. And that should effectively kill the Soviet manpower advantage. 4 seconds left, but here is Fetisov. Rolling into the doorstep of Sevigny for Robinson. Gainey at center ice, steps out of the box and takes possession. Being watched by Larionov. Larry Robinson. His pass came out over 2 lines. It is offside to Tremblay as they whistle it down. 3.5 minutes into the period. The NHL
must think they're playing in front of a mirror. As we look at Babinoff, the elder statesman on defense for the Russians. The same things Montreal's trying to do, the Russians are trying to do. The same way coming out, the same way they're forechecking. They must be a little frustrated going against the Canadians, and the Canadians playing just outstanding hockey so far tonight.
Coach Bob Berry, indeed, has prepared them well for this highly emotional game this New Year's Eve. Here's Vasiliev being tied up by Napier, now cutting free. Passing it out to Starikov, and his slap shot is blocked to amaze the players by Sevigny. Zubkov injured late in the second period, back on the ice now as the puck hops into the crowd.
7-3 at the time, and it was really, here's a fine shot, by the way, by the Russians, was really quite concerned. A good save by Sevigny, coming out, cutting the angle, even though he screened. Rebound coming off to the side.
Labatt's will present a Player of a Game award to the outstanding player of each team, a Panasonic Way Mini stereo cassette player, and right now those two goalies are leading candidates. Tretiak and Sevigny. Puck still in the Montreal zone. Root gets it across the blue line, and ahead for Acton. Gerasimov beating up the right side for Bykov. Bykov closing in. His shot deflected off target by Sevigny. Napier has it roll ahead off his stick. Vasiliev with Bykov. Gerasimov, they score. A quick shot of the Soviets take the lead.
Well, Vasiliev coming across the blue line using a decoy. They usually drop that pass. That time he didn't. He let a bullet drive go up over Sevigny's glove to put the Russians ahead. The Canadians had a 3-on-2 break. It was broken up. He comes back, uses the screen, and lets it fly right from the top of the circle. That's a play that the Russians will usually drop the puck right here, but he just came over and let it go. Just a quick turnover in the puck. The Russians going very quick from defense to offense and capitalizing.
With the wrist shot, he snaps it in. The Soviets, 5 minutes into the period lead. The back on the Canadians, and oh, Walter missed the far side. Walter for Montreal, rolling it in front for Guy Lafleur, can't make a play. And here comes the USSR with a fast break once again. Shalinov with Shepelev, the pass across for Kapustin. He's knocked down in the corner, lies there looking for a penalty. That is called as Wickenheiser brings it out. With Lafleur and Walter. Lafleur can't get his stick on it as the Montreal player Wickenheiser slides into the goal. A penalty is called. It'll be against the Soviets. The NHL the Soviets a lead, and now Vasily Pervukin has drawn an interference penalty. So Montreal will have their power play on the ice.
Montreal got the puck in the slot to shut the last power play, and he had an excellent chance. They've got a quick play with that puck along the boards and get it to the middle and get them shot.
Guy Lafleur to Larry Robinson. All kinds of bumping in front as Robinson rolls and Lafleur blasts it, and it's wide of the goal. Action trying to play it in front. Back for Robinson. Steve Shutt with it. All the way across for Guy Lafleur, who stares it. Lafleur dumping it in front. Action shot. Shutt drives the best block for the Soviet player, Krutov. Montreal with the pressure on during the power play. Steve Shutt for Robinson. Back for Shutt, blinding, his shot deflected. It's knocked away by a Soviet glove. Tretiak was flat on his back, and his defense player came in to bat it away as they whistle it down.
And Robinson's hurt a little bit on the boards. He just tripped over his feet along the blue line. He's getting up very slowly. He stepped on the puck and crashed into the boards as Tretiak in front, probably wanting to take a rest because you're going to see some fine play in front of that net. Here's Robinson. He's going to just pass that puck to Shutt. Robinson circling to go back, and Shutt lets fly with a puck that's deflected up and over Tretiak on the save, and very quickly Kazatonov just plays it to the corner with his hand. Very good move. Tretiak getting a breather. He's been tested time and time again, but he goes down. He plays a lot like Dryden from way out. He uses his legs extremely well on the corners, and what you've got to try and do is get that puck up and over him because he's down low, and the only place he's leaving you to shoot are the upper corners right now.
A minute 10, Lunani left in the Soviet penalty to Pervukin. The shots on goal 15-12 in favor of the Soviets at this stage. Wickenheiser has it back to Green. Green again. His shot through a maze, and a sharp Tretiak covers up and hangs off.
And he had a difficult save there because Wickenheiser, with his big frame getting good position on Babinoff, was trying to deflect it, and I think got a piece of it. Look at Wickenheiser in front of the net, moving Babinoff out and sticking his stick out right there, and he did get a piece of it. Krejcik standing up, not going down too quickly. He made a great play by standing there, facing the shot, and covering it and holding right on. Fine job by Tremblay. And
now expired, has been pressing. Guy Carbonneau on the draw. Soviets win that faceoff by Baikov. Now for Vasiliev, the only goal scorer so far tonight, drops it. Gerasimov's shot. Big rebound coming out of there, and Starikov went over top of Sevigny. Carbonneau picks it up for Montreal. Having difficulty at the Soviet blue line. Baikov is bodied hard by Rezhan Houl. And the Canadians shoot it in and skating after it. A big body check on Vladimir Zubkov. He goes flying into the board. Chris Nyland will freeze it for a face-off in the Soviet zone.
well, Nyland took that Zubkov in real hard, Montreal, but a great play made earlier by Craig Ludwig down in front of the net.
When that man has been left unattended. Not in that case. From the left point, the shot goes wide. The Soviets, Kapustin brings it back out and plays it inside the Montreal blue line. Shepelev bumping there with Bob Gainey. Now Keith Acton with it. Hits the Soviet line. Swings in front of the goal for Gainey. Could not get the puck to him, and the Soviets bring it right back down the ice. Shalimov, Kapustin, he's checked from behind by Acton, and a penalty is going to be called to Keith Acton for hooking the Soviet player as he was about to unload, and Acton doesn't like it.
Giving the Soviets the opportunity. Here you'll see Acton coming back and reach out and hook Kapustin right there. And the Russians now have the opportunity to go up 2-0 on the power play. Acton.
Krutov won the faceoff for Fedosov. He shot it, a fine save by Sevigny at a hard blast from the point. Bob Gainey checked by Fedosov, can't get around him. Timanev now. Inside the Montreal line. Around for Krutov. Krutov left it there. Two Soviets. Green for Montreal battling for it. Green doing a yeoman's job, succeeds in tying it up.
And Green was very wise going from man to man, not getting himself tied up with any Russian. He was killing a lot of time. Rick Green coming to the Montreal Canadiens.
8 Eastern time, then on to Minnesota, Bloomington for the North Stars on Tuesday, then Philadelphia next Thursday to wind up this great series of 83. Kazatanov booms the slap shot, but Sevigny kicks it out of the air.
Certainly did, but Sevigny could see it all the way. Good play by Rick Green in front. He just moved the Russian out of the way. There's Sevigny. You'll see Rich Sevigny is going to be able to see the shot because his defenseman cleared the way, and that's what you got to do. Let the goalie see the shot, take the shot, and the goalie, Sevigny, right here, wisely holds it. Moving those fellas aside.
Ryan Walter will oppose Krutov on the faceoff. Shot to Kazatanov, who keeps it into Fedosov. Fedosov's weak shot goes nowhere. Bob Gainey with it. Brings it back to the center ice area for the Montreal Canadiens, who trail the Soviets by 1-0. We approach the midway point of the second period. A rolling shot by Kazatanov that's deflected off to the side. Rick Green against two Soviet defenders loses to Krutov. Krejcik with 90 minutes of shutout time now. He blanked Quebec last night 3-0. He's got a hot streak going for him. The Soviets have one here on this power play. 45 seconds to go in it.
And Bill Root's got no stick down in front of the net.
The Canadians have 3 defenders effectively, and it's rolled wide by Larionov. Fedosov across. Larionov rolls it again across the goal mouth. With 30 seconds to go and the Montreal penalty to Acton, they do get it out. Now Root could get himself a hockey stick as it is shot down the ice.
Well, Gainey should have given him his stick, or either that or Ryan Walter. You always give the defenseman the stick when you're a man short down in front of that net.
Good point. Swartzov. Carbonneau missed the check on him. Montreal taking more of the heat off, shooting it down now.
And that means even if he shoots the opposite hand, it's better for him to have a stick to move people around or get a puck frozen. But the Canadians killed it off very well. They've just got 3 seconds left in the penalty to face off in the row last week. They've brought him up, and it looks like he's going to make himself a place here. Very confident in Root's ability when you trade Gaston Gingras, who had played here for 3 years, and not really having any experience.
The Nordiques and now the Canadians tonight. Missed the first game with the flu in Edmonton. Naslund can't get a rolling puck, but Steve Shutt does. Shutt goes again, shoots, and he's shot wide. Tremblay digs it in front. Shutt in behind the goal, battling for it against Babinov. Larry Robinson wheels it down to the Soviet corner for Steve Shutt. And the Soviets coming up with it now. Barnikov, but he'll go all the way back in behind his own goal to get something going. To Pervukin, and it is shot down the ice by the Soviets. Icing is waved off. Digging forward is Craig Ludwig over to Larry Robinson. Nearly 12 minutes gone here in the second period. The Soviets with the only goal. Soft rolling shot by Ludwig, handled easily by Tretiak. This is Schwartzov, squeezed off by Robinson. Rick Green to Robinson. Long pass out here. Tremblay, that's a good pass. Feeding. Here's the shot. And oh, a great attempt by Mats. Naslund just failed. He could not poke it past Tretiak. Best scoring chance this period for Montreal. Tremblay against Bozakov, and they tie it up. And what a chance Naslund had just a moment ago to tie it. The NHL Soviet Series 83.
Look at Mario Tremblay, very good play, standing flat-footed, seems Naslund streaking down, feeds him ahead with a quick move by Naslund to his backhand, and being bothered, he just wasn't able to put it in that sprawling Tretiak in that open net. Great play by Tremblay, though, to get him away.
Here's Green's shot. Tretiak blocks that. Rebound for Acton. He stops that one, too. As the net is knocked off its moorings on the action.
Montreal winning a face-off, and that's why you want to get a lot of face-offs in the defensive zone of the other team, because sometimes you get shots like that. Clear draw right back to Green, a good shot, and there's Acton fighting for that puck. He gets a rebound, and Tretiak frees it up. Take a look at Acton up close. If he had a look-alike contest, number 12. That's when you say in the bench, Don, get one and we'll get two the way we're going.
Root blasts it, and Tretiak's equal to that challenge. Here's Gainey. He shoots wide. Canadians all around that Soviet net with good scoring chances. But it's either just off the mark or Tretiak is there to block it time and time again. Acton against Zubkov, and Zubkov coming up with it. Pops it out to Vasiliev. He has the game's only goal for the Soviets. Gives the puck to Gainey. Gainey is taken down. There will be a penalty called against number 19, Sergei Stavikov.
No question about that. I wonder why he's upset. Gainey has just knocked the puck by. As we look at Gainey making a nice little move along the boards and trying to pull by. How could that Russian even look at him and wonder why he's getting a penalty? But the Canadians got to start shooting that puck more in the power play. They're starting to operate more chances, and they should continue to get some more.
Walter digs it back to Guy Lafleur. He simply rolls it down the boards in behind for Steve Shutt. Shutt knocked off his feet. Walter being watched by Pervukin. Not getting much room over there against Vidya Letonov. Canadians are being contained nicely right now by the Soviets, but it's blocked by Green, who contains it for Montreal inside the blue line. Walter. Soviets are everywhere, yet they're a man short. Green, a soft shot, finally swapped back out by Sheplev back down the ice. Crowd getting on the Canadians now for this so far ineffective power play. Mario Tremblay got a piece of it, so did Lafleur. He keeps it in, shoots it off to an open corner for Tremblay with Wickenheiser. Now back to Green. Green winding a shot, rebound. Chopped to the corner by number 26, Mats Naslund, who had the great scoring chance a few minutes ago. Tremblay for Naslund. 30 seconds of the penalty, and Tretiak gets a piece of that shot. Shepelev bumps it against the boards. They all pile in. Sticks go high. Tremblay rolling the Soviet player who bumped him back as they whistle it down.
Well, the Soviets right now playing with a great deal of enthusiasm, too, as Fedosov took Tremblay in the boards after Naslund had tied that puck up. Here you'll see Naslund making a fine move out of the corner, coming across and getting a backhand shot. Tretiak just getting it with the flat part of his glove, and the puck went over to the corner where we had that little of these games. And he always seems, he didn't mention that he always seems to play extremely well, too. What a hockey player, what a career he's had.
This emotion affects everybody, the players, the spectators, television viewers, and yes, television crew here as well. We feel it. It's electric here on the Montreal Forum. Steve Shutt to Delorme, winding on the short side, and Tretiak was on that side to cover as sticks go high and a couple of punches fly.
Well, Acton and Walter going to the front of the net for the rebound. A good shot from the defense, and this is what they've got to do. Delorme with a good shot, getting it a bit high, and that's why Tretiak's able to handle it. If they could get it lower from that far out, you've got to go for the rebound. When you get closer to the net, then go up high. Tretiak really maintaining his balance on all shots. Even when they're right in front, he's been able to withstand any desire to go down and guess. And he's been able to cover up and get those draws. But the one thing about the Canadians, if they're better at the draws, they should get more opportunities as long as he's willing to take face-offs in his zone.
From the face-off, 4 seconds left in the penalty. It is knocked back out over the blue line. Starikov is on. The Soviets are back to full strength. With now 5 minutes to play in the second period, the Soviets lead 1-0. Larionov. Fetisov lets it go for Timonev. Timonev gave it away to Delorme. Delorme across to Carbonneau, and out goes the glove of Tretiak, although it would have been off the net on the short side. The NHL second period, Soviets with the 1-goal lead. Here's Root's shot a mile wide. Timonev. Larionov hits the Montreal line, digs it through. The pass intercepted by Rezhan Houl. These teams have not slowed down for a second. Unbelievable action here.
That's true, Don. There's a lot of energy being expended down there.
It'll be a quiet New Year's Day. These guys are bound to be tired, giving their all here tonight. Canadians cannot keep it in. Larionov, who seems to be everywhere, number 11, the Soviet centerman, has it. Plus to Fetisov. Fetisov to Timonev inside the line, as Vasilyev was sent flying by Steve Shutt. Chris Nyland. Carbonneau shoots it in. Steve Shutt against Fetisov in the corner, battling for it. 3:45 to play in the period. Good check by Tremblay. Tremblay looking for it, bumped off the puck by Kazatanov. And Kazatanov has it down the ice. Robert Picard for Shutt, and on down inside the Soviet line. Left for Gainey at center ice. This is Pervukin. Shalimov, this is Soviets time and time again. We'll take it back. Oh, good check as Tremblay drove the Soviet player Pervukin into the board. And now it is Pervukin on his feet and skating with it ahead at center ice. Shepilev to Shalimov with Kapustin shooting, blocked by Robinson. Couldn't find the puck for a second. Way over on the far side, Kapustin shot. That's blocked. And out it comes for Montreal to center ice. Napier. Good stick handling by Napier, shooting all over top of the net. 10 rolls high, in behind.
Bob Barry looking at the clock, seeing how much time left. 2:38 to go. He's down by 1. Very poised and has to be very happy the way his team's playing.
And he's the first to agree that the exhibition games are played in September. They are not played when the Soviets are in town. What a show they've been putting on. Delorme shooting it to the Soviet corner. Guy Lafleur digs it out in front of the net, and nobody is there. Walter was back of the play. Varnikov, nice piece of skating, finally got stick checked off to the side, comes right out in front. Here's the shot wide from the point, bouncing in behind for Varnikov again. Soviets putting pressure on now. Handled by Sevigny. Varnikov sweeps the net, can't get the shot as he was bumped smartly off the puck by Walter, and back comes Guy Lafleur. Ahead for Wickenheiser. And Varnikov clears for the Soviets with 1:45 to play in the second period. Sevigny way over in the corner, plays it around to the far side. Walter to Wickenheiser. Long pass for Guy Lafleur. Takes it inside the blue line. Lost the puck for a second as he was finally checked by Vladimir Zubkov. Puck is still free. Carbonell coming up with it. Having trouble against the Soviet defender who plays it ahead. Zubkov. Green lobs it down to the corner for Nyland. Nyland bumped against the boards, lost his balance. We now have 1 minute to play in the second period. Soviets bring it inside again. Vasilyev being hounded by Houle. Then gets knocked down on the play by Green. But the USSR still has it. A swap shot just goes wide from Bykov. Houle shooting it to the Soviet player Starikov. Bouncing shot, 70 has to be careful with that. Green bounces right out in front off the boards. The pass to Naslund. The Canadians having a little difficulty now with 20 seconds remaining in their own zone. They finally bring it out. Left there for Starshanov. Bykov with Kapustin. Kapustin went too far. Hit the mesh in behind the goal. 5 seconds remaining now as the Canadians finally clear, but not all the way out. It's kept in by Kazatanov, and that will do it for the second period of the third game of this NHL Soviet series. The only goal scored by Mikhail Vasilyev at the 5:08 mark, and that is the difference. The shots on goal just about even. 21 by Montreal and 20 by the Soviets, but the Soviets lead it by a score of 1.
Un matin, je sais bien, je descendrai très vite l'escalier de ma vieille maison. Je prendrai un café sans réveiller personne, à quoi bon? Il y aura des oiseaux sur les fils électriques et j'aurai envie d'être comme eux. De regarder là-bas où les nuages deviennent toujours bleus. Un matin, je sais bien que mon billet de train m'amènera plus loin que d'habitude. Et le nez au carreau, tout me sera nouveau, en direction libre vers le sud. Les chansons qui parlaient de voyage en anglais, je les livrais enfin pour de vrai. Les guitares de country, tout ce qu'on m'avait dit sera devant mes yeux pour de vrai. Je me sentirais bien, oh je me sentirais bien, sous la pluie au soleil, sous n'importe quel ciel, oh je me sentirais bien.
With Lou Nanny, this is Don Chevrier with you from the Montreal Forum for the third period of this game on New Year's Day. And it's a special day of great programs on CTV. At 11 Eastern Time tomorrow morning, it's the Tournament of Roses Parade, all on CTV. With Larionov, the centerman on the draw, and it is batted by Larionov back to the Montreal blue line and inside for Root. Wickenheiser doing some forechecking in center ice. Now a long looping backhand shot by Guy Lafleur sails beside the Soviet goal. Petchak has shut out Canadian pros for over 100 minutes now. Wickenheiser out in front, but not control the bouncing puck. Kazatanov, the defenseman, charges up with Krutov. A wide-angle shot is off the mark. Now Ryan Walter against Timonev. The Soviet wins it to Krutov, and his shot scores! It is 2-0 for the Soviet Union. 34 seconds into period 3.
Well, just a little mix-up along the boards. And Montreal should have had possession of the puck. They didn't. And Timonev coming up with the puck. When you see two Montreal Canadians there, and he just comes up with Krutov right there, taking a shot over the falling defenseman, beating Sevigny up high again. Both goals on Sevigny up high. Not much he can do about that. Defenseman falling to block, and when you fall from that angle, you better block it or you're going to give your goaltender some problems.
So So it is scored by Krutov, 2-0 Soviets, 34 seconds into the third period. Napier leaving it there. It is shot down by Delorme into the Soviet zone. Nobody there. Now Houle rattles it off the cage, and a quick shot by Carbonell, handled by Kretschek smartly, and the Soviets shoot it back down the ice. Rick Green. Play just underway in the Montreal zone. Guy Lafleur tapping it down the ice for the Canadians to Kazatanov. Up for Timonez. Krutov takes over on the left side. He scored one of the two Soviet goals. Vasiliev has the other. They lead 2-0. Wickenheiser makes a smart move against Kasatonov and shoots, and Kretschek blocks the drive. Wickenheiser flipping it out in front for Lafleur. He chases after it now against Fetisov. And it gets free in the center ice area for Shepelev. Fast-breaking right wing pass for Shalimov. Shalimov shooting. Hit. Rebound. They score the third goal finally. Kapustin poked at it. He missed. And then sweeping in behind him, they make it 3-0.
Well, Sevigny fighting that puck from outside a bit. He lost control of it. He doesn't see it right here. You see Shalimov taking a shot. Should be handled by Sevigny. He lost it momentarily. He's looking around. It's behind him. Kapustin thought he had the goal. A great save by Sevigny, but Shepelev on the doorstep just lifting it over the glove. Right here was an easy save for Sevigny. Now you're going to see a tough save. Right there should have actually saved him a goal, but Shepelev already with his stick in the air, then finally put it in the net.
It is Sergei Shepelev at the 5:32 mark to give the Soviet Union a 3-0 lead, and a formidable lead that is here on the Montreal Forum this New Year's Eve. Soviets with their strong legs flying here in the third. Svortsov shooting. That is blocked by Rick Green. Yuri Vozakov. He fails to clear. Canadian shot, beats it in front. Tremblay taken down in front of the goal. No penalty is called. The Soviets break it out. Varnakov. Ortsov shooting. Rebound. Varnakov, how he missed that rebound, I don't know, but Sevigny plucked it out. And the NHL Soviet Series 83 will continue.
Schwarzkopf gets a defense to sag, uses the screen, takes a shot. Varnakov's gone for the net, right on the doorstep, all alone. He thought he had one, and what a save by Sevigny. But Montreal defense now starting to sag. They need a little help, and the Russians coming across the blue line for good shots.
Right in front, a second chance, right off the face-off. It rolls just beside the Montreal goal. It is finally tipped out to center ice, but the Soviets are flying here in the third period against the Montreal Canadiens, leading 3-0. Down goes Rezhan Houle from Starkiov's stick. Soviets bring it inside the Montreal zone, but Guy Carbonell has possession now and heads up ice for the Canadiens. Off Houle's skates. Houle against Starikov in the corner, and it bumps into the crowd, and they stop it there with 13 minutes and 9 seconds to play. In the final period, Walter and Lafleur on the ice for the Montreal Canadiens with Robinson and Picard. Larionov on the draw, wins it, gets it across to Krutov. On the right side, Kazatonov shooting a mile high off the glass and behind. Guy Lafleur stopping in the corner, could not find the puck, now battles against Kazatonov up the boards. It is picked up for the Soviet Union. Timonez is closed off. They jam it in there. Finally, Larry Robinson gets it free, but the Soviets have it. Here's the shot blocked by Sevigny's right pad from Timonez's stick. Fetisov rolls it ahead. Robinson coming up with it. Now Guy Lafleur for the Montreal Canadiens to Ryan Walter. Walter inside the line with Wickenheiser and Lafleur. Lafleur wheeling left side. Out in front, he dumps it. It sits right there, and Larionov picks it off for the Soviets, and they get it back to center ice. Robinson lost his stick in Krutov's midsection. Krutov carries on, sidesteps Picard's check. Now they whistle it down and call a Montreal Canadian penalty.
Picard getting a little anxious. Seeing Robinson with no stick, he comes across to try and hit Krutov right there, catches him with the leg, and there's going to be a tripping penalty. Robinson played, and that's what he did, but Picard missed the man.
That's the similar kind of play that Marois broke his leg on early in last night's game. Ilya Detmanov's shot bounces off the boards. Pervukin contains it for the Soviet Union in the Montreal zone, and now this is Root with it for the Canadians. Shooting it down around to the left corner for Bob Gainey. Shatter keeping it inside the Soviet blue line for shorter periods as this game goes along. Kapustin fades off to the left board. Back to Pervukin. Vidyaletdinov had him hop over his stick. Gainey tried to force him out, couldn't do so. They play it right in front. Pervukin's shot blocked. Rebound comes out. A second save by Sevigny. Carbonneau golfing away at it. Gets it down the ice for Montreal. We approach the 9-minute mark in the third period.
Along the boards, they're very strong on the stick when they're fighting for the puck.
Vasilyev hits the Montreal line. Got cut off by Ludwig. Drop back for Pervukin across the Vidyaletdinov. A quick shot, a fine save by Sevigny with 8 seconds left in the Picard penalty.
And the Canadians doing a real good job killing penalties tonight, and what they're doing very smartly is keeping people away from Sevigny, allowing them to see the shot like this one from the blue line. Vidyaletdinov hits that puck and gets a good wood on it, but down low is Sevigny, no one around. He gets a little rebound, but he's able to freeze it very quickly.
Lou, I get the sensation that while the Canadians have played their hearts out literally tonight, they appear to be running out of gas in this third period. And Lafayette waved out of the face-off circle in favor of Gerasimov. 9 minutes to play in the game. 3-0 the Soviets over the Montreal Canadiens. Shot is taken down as Sportsov hit him across the blue line. Now Varnikov has it taken away from him. Canadians simply repelling one Soviet thrust after another as the Soviets now with that lead are content to just keep the puck in play and kill as much time as they possibly can against the Montreal Canadiens, who are fast running out of time. Sportsov on the right wing inside the blue line shoots. That's blocked by the defenseman Ludwig in behind the goal. Back to an open point man position, and it is held in by Vozakov, bodied by Walter. And Walter now swings it ahead at center ice to Guy Lafleur. Lafleur stopping to feed Wickenheiser. Wickenheiser closing in. Skated off the puck for the Soviet defender as they both fall near the goal. Sportsov once again with Varnikov. Popping it over. A good relay and a good save by Sevigny off the stick of Zlutkov. The NHL Soviet Series 83 will continue.
You wonder why they say Tretiak might be the best goaltender in the game, and many say he is. Just look at that record. And he's been playing since 1970. He says, you know, I'm really getting tired of playing games like this that counts. I've been home for 12 years on New Year's, and Maltsev hadn't been home on 15 till this year.
Well, compared to the traveling Tretiak has done, even a trip from the West Coast back to Montreal in the NHL is like going to the South Shore on the bus. Out comes Krutov with Larionov. Made one move too many with Stick smartly back there. And with Acton here is Napier inside the line going right in. Couldn't get a shot away. Totally handcuffed for the Soviet defender. And the penalty will be called to the captain, Fedosov.
Fedosov had moved, and this is something that's real tough to do. When you fake, sometimes to go in your forehand. Natural deke is usually to your left hand, but you see the Russians do it extremely well. Napier doing it at that, and the Canadians are shut out to this point, and Quebec was shut out last night. And Zlutkov, they're 28 and 29.
Here is Naslund, apart from Sevigny, perhaps Montreal's best player tonight. Swinging in front with a shot, rolling at the goal line, still loose down there, but the Soviets, Shepelev rescues it and brings it back down the ice for the red shirts from Moscow. Vidyaletdinov. As the Montreal players taken down, the crowd hollering for a penalty. The Montreal Canadiens do have a power play on the ice right now with a minute and a half left in it. 6:38 to play on the hockey game. Lafleur for Naslund left side. Skated off, but Shutt carries on. Rolls it in behind. Now Shutt pouncing on the puck once again for Montreal to Naslund. Back of the point for Green. Naslund. Green shooting. Blocked by the defense off to the corner for Guy Lafleur. Back it comes for Rick Green. Blasts it again. The Soviets able to stop it once again. Bilyaletdinov. Pervukin comes up with it. And Pervukin gets it down the ice with 51 seconds left in the power play. Bob Gainey wheeling away at center ice. Drops it for Keith Acton with Napier in there. Lafleur on the point. Acton now being bothered by the Soviet players. Lutka. For Lafleur. Guy Lafleur shooting wide. And a stop by Tretiak to amaze the players. Napier. Acton, just 15 seconds left on the power play. Napier again. Lets the shot go off Pervukin's leg, and Pervukin clears off to the corner. 3 seconds to go. The Soviet penalty Fedosov. Down to Lafleur, in front for Gainey, a shot, rebound, loose puck, they jam away at it, and Tretiak has it once again. As the Soviet players step back on the ice, the Canadians almost popped one in.
I want to tell you, the Canadians really have had some tremendous chances. The goaltending we're seeing from that fella right there on his knees has just been spectacular. He's tired. He's had the flu for a week. He came in last night, got a shutout, but watch this. Just a fine play, a good pass by Lafleur very quickly across into the slot area. A great shot by Gainey, and watch Acton right on the doorstep. He's right there with the rebound. Shoots once, he's going to hit and shoot again, but he gets taken out with a little bit of authority by Lozavkov. But I'll tell you, this Tretiak has been marvelous.
Well, the Montreal Canadiens fans gave him a standing ovation when he was introduced, and will likely give him a longer. It might be the first.
I think I'm going to have to show him around next week. He really hasn't seen our city.
No, he hasn't seen the snow down there you had last week. We'll be in Minnesota on Tuesday for Game 5. Gerasimov across the blue line, drops it there. Vasiliev carries on and scores. Persevered some stiff checking as he reached the face-off circle and just blasted it past 78 to make it 4-0 for the Soviet Union.
Well, the Montreal defense in this place sags again, lets him walk in a little too close, and he gets a good shot down low on Sevigny. He was really strong in the stick. Watch here, he's coming through. Now look, he gets checked. See how strong they are in the stick? They don't lose control of that puck. And he gets it again. He had lost it momentarily. Just shoots it for the far side. Sevigny a little deep in the net. And that puts the Soviets up 4-0.
At 15:06 of this, the third period, as they pull away from the Montreal Canadiens this New Year's Eve. Lykov to Vasiliev. Delorme with it for the Canadiens. Working it ahead to Carbonneau. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the game. So it appears the New Year's Eve party will not be quite as joyful here in Montreal as it will be in Moscow. Gerasimov was knocked down by Ludwig, who will take a 2-minute penalty for tripping for Montreal. The NHL Soviets.
We'll see the penalty on Ludwig right now. As Ludwig's getting caught flat-footed, Gerasimov going around the outside. He's going to reach for the puck, catches his legs. Watch him at his head right there on the boards. He's lucky. Flat-footed, a little too much. That happens occasionally when you go back too fast, and then all of a sudden you see you're sagging, so you stop and slow down. You get caught with no speed.
So another Soviet power play is on the ice. Timyanev could not keep it from Root. He clears to center for Montreal. We now have 4 minutes to play in the hockey game. 4-0. The Soviets lead the Canadians. Back in they come again with Timyanev. Fedosov blasts one, and Sevigny kicks it 12 rows high.
And that was a heck of a save, because Fedosov shooting off the pass had that labeled for the far corner, and it had to be a quick reaction by Sevigny with his skate to kick that one out. Here's a shot right off the pass. That's when you get some good velocity, but it takes a little bit of timing, because it's not as easy as it looks. A true professional.
January 2nd, that at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Calgary time. We'll be there to bring it to you. Timyanev makes a fine play, and oh, they almost popped another one in there. Soviets have done a lot of things well, but not on power plays, where they are 1 for 17 in the series. But they have now outscored the National Hockey League in 2 of the 3 games and shut them out so far on these last 2. Pettisov's big shot was blocked by Root. Puck is battled ahead to the line. Kazatonov holding it in, sailing it on goal to feed Larionov, and it is finally cleared by Montreal.
And one thing they've done, and they used to have a very successful power play, shoot off the pass down close to the net. The NHL somewhat copied it. They start playing. As we look at Guy Lafleur, a little flustered, checking the clock and knowing there's not much time to get back in this game.
Montreal Canadiens is the man of the hour tonight.
And he still looks very much in the game. Just look at him. Always ready, checking everything, getting set for a shot.
Canadians determined to at least break that scoreless streak of Tretiaks before they leave the ice tonight. But it has been tough. This man is not yielding anything to them. Here's Krutov being bumped off the play, carrying on to get a shot that drifts wide. Right out in front, hopping over Krutov's stick. 2.5 minutes to play now. Pettisov blows again. He scores a slap shot from the left point. It's the Soviets into a 5-0 lead.
Well, Timonev right in front of the net. They finally got it to work, setting up the screen for Pettisov. Pettisov getting that shot down low through the screen into the net. See him take a look. Now he moves to the center. Good shooting angle from the top of the circle. Look at Timonev right in front. Lifts his leg. The puck goes right through.
Boom.
Into the net. The Soviets finally making it work now. Maybe they'll adjust to something else. They're having a very good night tonight. Extremely sharp in all they're playing. You can tell by how many missed passes they've had, how quickly they are to jump on loose pucks, and how well they capitalize on opportunities anytime they get around the net.
Literally have now outscored the 3 NHL teams to this point of the series 11 goals to 4. And the Edmonton Oilers, to this point, the only team to score on them. They beat them 4-3 in the opener. Walter to Wickenheiser. Back for Walter, cleared by the Soviets over in the corner. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the hockey game. And the Soviets lead 5-0. Once they get rolling, as they have tonight, they are so difficult to contain.
And watch them just try and continue in Montreal right now and just handle the puck very easily, not to give up that shutout.
Slutkov backhands it into the Montreal zone. Root brings it out to Walter. To Lafleur, right wing pass, blasts the shot, rebound, and oh, the Canadian player skated too far. Wickenheiser. Sportsov with Varnikov inside the line, feeds it in front. Strong Soviet winger rolls it, and Varnikov just missed getting his stick on it. Davidov slap shot. They're shooting from almost every angle now. The Soviets with 35 shots so far to the Canadians 29. Lafleur, too far for Walter. Pops it out for Green, the defenseman, leaves it there. Wickenheiser's backhand shot handled by Tretiak. 1 minute, 10 seconds to play. And from the point, it is taken away by Schwartzov. Schwartzov closing in, feeding on the left side, and oh, the shot going wide by Slutkov. Into the final minute we go. Wickenheiser for Lafleur. Guy Lafleur tracks it down in the corner, pops it in behind the Soviet goal. Starikov. Gerasimov now to center ice. Hits the Montreal line and shoots it, blocked by Sevigny. Still loose in there. Another chance for the Soviets. It's picked up by Naslin, who sends Tremblay away on the right wing. Bumps into the Soviet player Starikov and bowls him right over. 25 seconds to play now. Naslin leaves it in the corner in behind for Mario Tremblay. Tremblay brings it in front, turns, can't get a shot away, and the Soviets have it with 13 seconds to go. Vasiliev on Robinson. Now Picard coming in to help out. And it looks as though Mr. Tretiak will get his shutout unless Picard can score right here with Naslin, and they do not. It's a shutout for Tretiak and a 5-0 victory for the national team of the Soviet Union on New Year's Eve, the eve of 1983. And a happy Tretiak, thousands of miles from home, has done it again.
Well, we'd like to make this his home the way he plays. Not a lot of teams would like it, but he is happy, should be happy. Just a superb performance by him. Tested really with some very difficult chances in the first 2 periods that could have shot Montreal into the league. he was more than equal to the task, and that's why the Soviets have prevailed tonight.
So the new year will not start quite so happily for the Montreal Canadiens, who played their hearts out but couldn't handle the flying feet of the Soviets tonight to win it 5-0. The NHL Soviet Series 83.
Le numéro 20, number 20, Vladislav Tretiak.
Another standing ovation for the young man from Moscow, Vladislav Tretiak. 2 shutouts back-to-back. Had to handle 30 shots to get the one tonight.
An ovation, they're still giving it to him.
They are still standing and applauding. And he comes back for a second foul. Deservedly so. He will go down as one of the all-time greats and indeed a legend of this game of hockey.
Et maintenant, mesdames et messieurs,
They're still cheering Tretiak.
maintenant, mesdames et messieurs, pour le joueur de la...
Well, Lanny McDonald and the guys will be getting ready. It'll be a good one. The Soviets now in a 2-1 lead in this 6-game series. Calgary Sunday, away, and they were simply flying, especially in the final period here in the Montreal Forum tonight as they pull away to win.
Выглядит так, что тебе нравится играть в монреальском форуме.
Нравится, но очень тяжело.
Yes, I like to play in Montreal Forum, but it's a very hard.
It's the second straight shutout. No goals.
Подряд, когда тебе не могли забросить ни одной шайбы.
Да.
And yesterday was the
time.
Я думаю, это два, это очень много, это как-то даже не верится.
And you see, I cannot believe shutout.
В Канаде на 0 очень тяжело играть.
It's too difficult to play in Canada shutout.
Okay.
Как высоко оценивает тебя канадские болельщики?
Но я хочу сказать
You
большое
see,
спасибо
from the
всем,
bottom of my heart,
кто
I would
сегодня-
like to say
кто сегодня меня
thank you very
аплодировал.
much for those who
Кто поддерживал
applaud
даже
me,
меня, можно
and
сказать.
they supported me.
Я буду стараться
With their support, I will
всегда
try
радовать болельщиков.
to show good performance for в прежней форме. Как вообще это произошло?
Я хочу сказать, что на протяжении 15 лет я всегда первый.
You see, one thing I have
себя
to
в
admit
Союзе
that
и-
for 15
И поэтому мне очень тяжело. И в ЦСКА я играю, и
and
мне...
it's
Я люблю хоккей, поэтому я
I
не хочу
love
плохо играть.
hockey.
Если я буду
That's
плохо
why I
играть, я
don't
уйду
want
из
to play
хоккея.
bad. You see, if I play badly, I leave hockey immediately.
Well, he may be playing when he's 75.